Hi, welcome back to Combolocus University. This is Dave, and today we are on to section 8.5, growing influencers for your business. So, so what happened is it's similar to growing, like to get like to forming groups. If so, another important business component actually influencers. So you yourself, after you become like a successful influencer, chances are you want to like bring like great partners on board, and like ideally people who also are successful influencers. But there are lots of times that you is more reliable to actually grow your own influencers for your own business. That's mainly because established influencers basically they have their own agendas, and this is why bringing people who are beginners but they have more of a desire to learn, like those are typically more uh, like a better partners in the long run. So first part is we talk about what is branding and what is like a personal branding. What's like how to create influence, and last but not least, how do you attract these new potential like influencers to your group. So what is branding? Well, basically, a brand represents like a popularity in a certain category. It also represents like traffic because when people know about a brand, they are naturally attracted to come to it to find what they're looking for. So it carries like a commercial value. It has like a so basically, if you hear like a say Apple, immediately you think about like a Steve Jobs, right? And basically people when so whenever you think about say like a phone, okay, or like a computer, you think about iPhones, right? Like when people think about iPhone, immediately they know what kind of quality it's going to bring about, how popular it is, the fact that it's mostly trusted by lots of people in the world. When you think about, like say MacBook, right? Like how popular it is, like very light, very reliable, very good machine, right? So a brand carries a certain standard of trust that's already there. So this is why people go to it and go to it to get what they want, what they demand. So what is a personal branding? So what that really means is that well, when people think about a brand, they think, oh, only like corporations, big companies have it. But in the recent like 4 or 5 years, because of the growth of social media nowadays, there are lots of influencers who actually become their own personal brand as well. So so individual branding is basically is to in well is basically to showcase the uniqueness of a person. So it's that person's personality, the person's skills, and the person's image, as of and so basically the whole package of that person has become a brand. So and then when so imagine you think of someone, say like a Justin Bieber, or like a Michael Jackson, or like a Michael Jordan. Okay, like so basically it doesn't so basically even like very very famous influencers, like when you think about them, like you immediately think of, like, say if you talk about say Michael Jordan, right? Like you think about toughness, you think about, oh, good basketball skills. You think about like creating like a legacy, right? So you think about basketball, you think about sports, like nothing can can challenge, not like as long as you stay tough, like you stay focused, like your dream can come true, right? So basically, a person, like the image of a person, when it becomes like a personal brand, like it, and if you use it for doing marketing, like the outcome is enormous. Like this is exactly the reason why people buy like the Nike shoes, right? Buy the Jordan shoes, right? So so once you have a certain amount of followers who believe in the brand, then basically this, like your personal brand becomes, it carries like a huge commercial value. So and also once your brand is established, whenever you say something, it carries a certain weight. It carries like certain influence. Someone will listen to you. Your followers will listen to you, and this is why uh, personal branding in the recent 4 or 5 years, it has really become like the top drivers in term like in the e-commerce markets. Like if you remember, like like way back 10 years ago, all people do is, oh, okay, I go to this website and then I just look for things I want and I buy, right? Like, but in the recent years, like what we're seeing is that people don't just, yes, people still go to a website to buy, but mostly the reason they do that is because they listen to some influencers, like who offering them, like like very good coupons, very good discounts, and so it's driven by someone they trust. And most of the time nowadays, it's not even like any like a famous actors or actress anymore. It's even like a normal person. Once they successfully become an influencer, like they, yeah, what they say, it really carries lots of weight. So one thing important is any so in any professions, there is like a top there's like a kind of like a top, I would say like either like a top individual or like a top brand in each profession. So an example is, if you think about, say like a smartphone, okay, like you think about iPhones, right, which is Apple, or you think about like Samsung or LG for Android, and for computers, like there's so many different brands, right? Like, but like you think about Dell, you think about Apple, um, when it comes to like say even like Italian food, right? They're like really famous brands for Italian food. Restaurants, they're like very like a KFC, like okay, McDonald's. These are basically, they're like in each different categories or in each different professions, there is like a top notch, a top brand that represent each profession. So if the basically the question is, if you want to make money, right? If you ever wonder, oh, why is it so hard to make money? So actually, don't, well, the main thing is, are you the top? Or sometimes you don't have to be the top, but people trust you. Like it gets to the point that as long as people believe in you, because say even LG, right? Or LG is not like even as top as like say Samsung or Apple, but people knows LG, right? And even KFC, like KFC by no means is necessarily the best fried chicken restaurant anymore, but when people talk about KFC, they understand the quality of the food that you can get. So there's an expectation on that, and that expectation has been licensed. It has been tested and verified. Yeah, so can you get to that stage? Basically, when you get to that stage, money comes to you. So personal branding, what it the reason also why it is so important is that it is the only advantage that people cannot copy easily. So what we really mean by that is, imagine, okay, say say okay, so you can make family style fried chicken, okay, but you are just doing it without a brand, okay, and and then so when you ask your buyers, hey, I sell fried chicken, versus if you're competing against, like, say, KFC, okay, then usually when people think about it, what they will first think is, okay, they already know what KFC is, okay, like they already, because the quality is already proven, in any KFC branches, the quality is already, is, they already know what they can get, but they don't know what you can offer, right? So this is why, if you can make a name for what you sell or what you can offer as a brand, then basically it's something that you you cannot easily, is an advantage that you cannot easily copy. Like you can copy the recipe of KFC, you can make it very taste very similar, but still people will still think that you are different from KFC, because there can only be one KFC, right? It's not something that can easily be replaced. Like even if you make, like, even if you can easily make fried chicken, it doesn't mean that you can easily replace KFC. So this is why, um, if you want to be successful, you shall really build your own brand. This is the only thing that, once you have, other people cannot easily just copy, because you have already defined your legacy. And and also, like, and also, so what you can think of is, if your brand is a person, okay, like, if the influencer himself or herself is a brand, then basically when people think of this person, like, basically it's untouchable. Like, you can't duplicate this person. And this is why, this is where how this is basically how you shall make your money. Like, if you wonder why you can't make money, this is how you shall make the money. Like, so everyone can become a brand. So are you going to build your own brand? So how to create influence? So there are a couple of factors, like, how professional are you in front of other people? Like, do you show up as, like, do you dress nice, or, like, or you just, like, dress like a schlop, or do you provide, like, excellent service, and also, like, a post sale service, because people remember that, they use that to decide whether you are, like, a trustworthy brand, sharing and exchanging knowledge and experience. So if they follow you, like, are they going to get something valuable? Like, it doesn't have to be products, but it can just be, like, tips, lifestyle experience. Like, oh, if you, say, cook fried chicken this way, oh, you're more likely to bring out the flavor of the chicken, and satisfy your customer. So basically, it's when you think about influencer, it's not necessarily like how much, like, like, oh, how much product you can buy from him, or like the, but it can be like the life experience. How fun do you think this person is, and how much can you learn from this person? Is this person real? Like, do I feel pleasant? Do I have a happy time I think about this person. So this is why an influencer is by no means only for selling things. It's actually like a, if I may say, kind of like an I like kind of like a have the role of an idol, but also like you can learn from him. Although an idol, a teacher, um, like a really good friend, like like basically someone you can learn from, and also someone who gives you like a happy time. So also like delivering values consistently to other people. Like can you it's like can you consistently like show, like say share something valuable to other people, and also like such as like say your lifestyle, um any tips, you as a real person, like you're not like a fake person, like you also have your own set of challenges in life that you can share to other people, and how they can potentially benefit from your challenges, like from your learnings. Yeah, it all adds up, like everything becomes the package of the full package of the influencer, and this is how you influence them. So the key to social marketing, so basically you want to consistently deliver values to other people, and also create values, also like proving values, and if you are successful, what happened is, even like even like we have seen lots of people who truly love the influencers, right? Like they willing to pay them money in exchange for any like tips or knowledges, any sharings. This is how I would say how extreme it becomes, because whatever, if the value, if there's something that you provide that people really truly believe it has, is really valuable for them, they are going to, you know do whatever it takes, to get it, right? So this is, can you get to that level? So part four, attraction to like your group. So how do you attract, um so how do you like help newcomers who want to become influencers to, to to become successful? How do you grow them? So there are four elements to like the group. So showing individual. So they need to like study hard, they need to grow, also like they need to accept like team leading, be like a team person, also be responsible for what they do, showing team. So they care about team growth, they care about results and values, team values, they shall value that. Showing the lifestyles, like so usually when they make short videos about themselves, like it shall, have lots of positivities, makes people feel pleasant, basically showing to the audience that, oh, you're a real person. And then when you do want to recommend products, like you show testimonials from your previous buyers that, like this product, it has guaranteed quality and is something that you can trust. And and most importantly, regardless of whether you're introverted or extroverted, like you have to be ready to show yourself. Like this is if you want to become a successful influencer, like basically show who you are as a real person, like you don't have to be like a really beautiful or really handsome, but as long as you have that uniqueness, that once people recognize it, they feel that, oh, like, yeah, this person has a certain, something that I admire, or something that I want to learn from. Basically, is an important thing that is valuable for them. Then, yeah, this is how you can grow. So also like as an influencer, like sometimes like if you eat at a restaurant, okay, like it doesn't matter as much as like whether you like it or not, but are you able to share that experience with other people, you know, like, and also like when taking pictures with say sometimes with famous people, like you know like then it like then you know then it helps you to gain your fame, right? Like to, so this is important. So sending messages to groups is like kind of like writing a diary and recording your growth every day. So as an influencer, you know, you send out messages to your group, you share your tips, knowledge. Just treat it kind of like you're writing a diary. Yeah, making it like your daily life, your habit, and yeah. So personal branding is a training for influencing other people and self growth. It is important to enrich life for self and also for other people. So basically, when you are creating a personal brand, you're actually influencing the people around you. Like, so basically, yeah. So do your best, you know, be positive and do the best job you can. So today we talk about how we can grow beginners to become like influencers. Yeah. So important thing is just be brave enough to show, you know, to really influence people around. This is Compalocus University, and yeah, hope you can come back for more lessons. I'm Dave.